Hello there, this is Patricia from Pinky's World, and today I'm making some more Halloween treats for my grandkids and for youngsters who come to the door. And the set that I've used is Banner Year, which is perfect for wee tiny treats, perfect for decorating all year round, autumn, winter, Halloween and Christmas. It's a great wee thing for tags and wee small gifts and whatever. So I have used the bat to decorate the actual card, and I have used Boo 3 times on this one, and I've used Happy Hunting on this one, and that wee tiny fleur de lis or something you call it sitting here just to take a wee bit off the end. You could put a wee gem or whatever you want to do yourself, and the colours I've went with is Old Olive and Rich Raspberry, all out of the Regal section. So I've just stamped directly onto it, and inside I'll show you. Open this one. I have made these before. I think I made them for Valentine's a couple of years ago, but I've made them very tiny. This one's slightly bigger, and I've stuck the back so that when the child opens it, they can just pop that ribbon apart and the treats are inside. And inside we have a couple of spiders going on, and I've covered the lovely wee love hearts. Just taking off the wrapper. I'll show you how I do it later, and use the same stamp just to create nice spooky looking treats. So you get about 3 of them in there, I think. I have only 2 in there at the minute, but I think there is room for 3, and I'm popping some spiders in. You just have to, don't you? So this ribbon is retired, unfortunately, but there is a lovely black sparkly ribbon, which I haven't got, but you can get it if you fancy it. And there's a lovely spider's web type ribbon that you can colour up, change the colour of. So there's lots of options there. I just happen to have this from a set last year and I want to use it up. So we're going to do another old olive green one, and I'm going to do the Boo this time in the black and the olive green. So let's get to it. It's a really simple design. You start off, you need a piece of your old olive 4 inches wide by the full length of your A4, which in the UK is 8 1/4. So you also need your cutboard, scoreboard, whatever you have. So start off, there's no more cutting to be done, there's just scoring. So we're going to go at 4 1/8 and score the centre. And that's your start. Then line it up here at 2 inches and give it a score, just a wee score, top and bottom. Just make sure you don't use your cut blade. So now from that score down to the centre score, we want to line those up on the marking section here. Just make sure you get it exactly where you want it, and then just score that. You can flip that over and do the same again from there down to the centre. I'm sure you've made these before, but if you've lots of treats to make, it's a good wee quick one. And you could also do it up for Christmas. Be nice for Christmas. And then flip it over. And oops. That's it. So before you do any scoring, you want to do your stamping. And just get my scrap page in. Just dropped all my card before it, which we don't want to do because my rollers on the chair will just flatten it. So I'm using Memento. This is a new Memento, so it's nice and juicy. Perfect for filling in the wee bat. Now, you know this part is going to be your top, and this part's going to be your top. So do this section up and down with your stamping, and then turn it and go the other way. So you just want to randomly stamp your wee bat just to look like they're flying mad everywhere. And don't be afraid to go over the edge if you want to add any extras there to fill in any gaps. And just swish it round and do the same at this side. I like to have one up at the top there. This is the cutest wee set. If you haven't got it, you should get it. You'll get a lot of use out of it. I think this is maybe my 4th project using this wee set. So it's well worth it. Kind of going all the same direction here. Just remember to tilt yourself. So again, if you want any extras on the end, add them in. So that looks okay to me. So we'll make up our box now, and you're going to need a wee hole puncher of some sort, whatever suits you. So just fold these in. You can actually give them a good score at this stage if you really want to, just to make sure that you're all lined up there at the bottom. You want that closure, you know, to be nice right down to here. Both sides. Oops. Just sometimes when you're scoring you don't get the exact point that you want. So that should be okay. This is, oh, I didn't do your center one. Make sure you do it. So these are going to fold up into one another and form that lovely shape. But you want your 2 flaps going the same direction, back and front. So choose a front and then have these going this way. And just hold them in place and mark a center point somewhere along here to punch your hole. Do the same at the other side. Just make sure everything's in, all going the one direction. And go to that wee crossover and just slightly to the left. And then just hold one section, making sure that you're really happy with where it's going. Get your hole punch and punch that out. Use your crocodile or whatever you have. And if you need a bigger hole, use a bigger punch for your ribbon. If your ribbon's thicker, mine's nice and narrow. A narrow ribbon is easier to work with in smaller boxes. So that's your hose punched. Now, as I say, I want to glue one down so that it's not going to all open out on top of the kids. I want them just to open this section so they don't even have to take the ribbon out and they can still tip the treats out. So for this section, we're going to glue it. Open that up. You know that this is going to cross to about here. In fact, if you hold it where sort of put your finger to mark it so that you know, and then just pop your glue. Oh, and I'm just using wet glue. You could use tape or tape runner, or whatever. It's going to be held together anyway with your ribbon. So just push that in. Make sure it all takes nice. Give it a wee rub with your foam folder. And that's your box ready to fill with treats. You can slide your ribbon in at the back now if you want. So this is black and silver ribbon, which works well with this. So slide a bit in there and then get your fold the way it's going to go. So you know both folds are going that direction. So put it into this one first and then we'll put it into the other one last. We want to fill it with our treats. You could pop money in again, if depends on the age group of the children. So I have a few of the wee treats ready, so I'm just going to pop them in there. See if we can get 3 in. I might actually add some, what do you call them? Skittles. I have a few Skittle packs there, but I want to decorate them up. So that fits 3 nicely, and you can pop in one of your spiders just for a bit of fun. And then you want to thread that ribbon through the last hole from the inside to the outside. Fold everything over and see if you have enough ribbon there to tie a nice wee bow. Just make sure your sweets are fitting in and behaving themselves. No, that's fine. We're going to tie it up now. Now this is the last day of the fantastic offer for signing up as a demonstrator. What do I do with my scissors? Hiding over the card. So just snip that off. So if you fancy joining, please do today, because you get to choose your kit as normal, the £130 worth for £99. But during September, you also get two free stamp sets, 2 card kits ready for you to take your first class if that's what you want to do, or use them for your first YouTube class, whatever, you know, it's just so much extra. And if you join it and find, oh, this is really not for me, then, you know, you're not tied in, but you will want to stay. I joined it thinking I'll just get the kit, nearly 3 years ago, and I'm still here, so I actually love it. I do love it. So, what we want to do now is decorate the front. And for that, you're going to need, I'm using the 1 3/8 scallop for the stamping bit. This just about fits onto the scraps. Worth keeping your scraps, isn't it? And we'll need a black one at 1.5 inches for the back. So just basic black card. Oops. And then we'll just stamp onto the white one. And as I said, I'm going to use the bow. So I'll start off with the 2 blacks, and then I'll put a coloured one in the middle. Really simple. Just make sure that you get your bow right up to the top there to leave you room for the other ones. Oops. Just do another one. Just in the same line, hopefully, right down. And that should leave you room for a green one in the middle. So I'll give this a wee wipe. And green, Old Olive. So that's that one done. Now you just want to stick a couple of dimensionals or sticky square, whatever you use, onto the back to raise that up a wee bit. And then we're just going to stick it onto the square. Goodness me, your sticky mess here. Stick it onto your triangle, not your square. So just decide where you want it, in the middle, the top, whatever. And just let that sit. And I want to show you just how to make the wee sweetie wrap covers. I do have, yes, there's it there. I have cut these out, and they're 1 6/8, did I say? Should have had that written down. 1 1.25, actually 1 1/4 minus 1/16, so just slightly below 1 1/4 wide, and you need 3 inches long. And this is just like a copy paper. It's about 90, whatever you call that, 90 in weight. Can't remember the name of it. So we're going to use our wee bat again, and we're just going to stamp them here and there, going across the top. And we're just keeping them in dark black. Just tilt them. And you can just off stamp them again. So now we're going to ink them up, but off stamp them. So we're using a lighter bat in behind there. Same again, just off stamp it and get that pale grey. Like there's a whole flock of them coming at you. Nightmare City, what? But the kids will like it, so that's basically it. And then get your love hearts, and you should be able to peel off the back very easy. You can stick it over the top of it. Oh, we don't want to do that. I'm not touching any sweets. It's just not the right thing to do, even if it is my own kids. I don't want to be pulling it off. I want to slip right round to where the paper, they have the paper tucked under the plastic. Instead of going under the plastic, just rip that off. Any that open like that, just leave them. It's not worth it. You don't want to be passing anything on to your grandkids. So put a bit of your sticky tape at either side on the back side of your design paper there that you've stamped, and then use this line of the inside paper to guide you to set this up, and that'll keep you straight. And just bring that round and overlap it. And that's your sweets made. And they just look so cute. I think they're great, and the kids will love them. They do like the love hearts. I'll have a couple more designs because I usually give them a right wee stash because they're not going around the doors or anything, so it's a wee bit different for them. So that's me. That's all my nice wee boxes all made up. Hope you have a go. Hope you share it with me. And remember, I have a VIP group over in Facebook for anybody living in UK, Ireland. Is more than welcome to come along and join and share your makes and whatever. So just remember that lovely offer. This is the final day for it. I think this is the 30th, yeah. So be sure and get in there if you want to join Stampin' Up and make use of that offer. So thanks for watching now, and I'll catch you all next week. Bye.